Hi, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany's Crafts. Thank you for watching this video and I ask you to like and subscribe. So talk about a little bit about what I've been doing. Over the weekend, I went to a craft show over at the Holden Arboretum. The Holden Arboretum is the biggest arboretum in Kirtland, Ohio. And I really enjoyed myself there. I got to see a lot of crafts that people make, mostly specializing in jewelry. And it was really nice to see all of the work. It was necklaces with stones in it, turquoise stones in it, mostly what I saw. Necklaces and bracelets. And I also saw pottery, handmade pottery, and that was very nice too. And there was about 15 stands up in tents, and they had music playing on speakers, and it was fun. They do this once a year, and I've never been to that one before. I wanted to go last year, but I didn't get to go, so I wanted to make sure that I got to go this year. And of course, I took my little Poochon, Scooby. And he's young, he's about 1.5 years old now. And he gets all the attention when we take him because he's so cute. Everybody wants to pet him and talk to us, and that's just great. We're trying to socialize him and have the opportunity for him to meet people. So that worked out real nice. This hat and cowl that I made, this is one of the first hats that I crocheted, and it is a waffle stitch. And the yarn is called Strawberry, and I got it over at Joann Fabrics. And I've been wearing this now for a few years because I finally got myself a black coat with pink on it to match it. And I'm real happy with the hat. It fits real nice, and it's warm with the waffle stitch. And I always like to make a set whenever I make a hat, usually a cowl or a scarf, mostly cowls though. I like the way it's shaped too, because it's a little bit longer here and wraps around my clothing better. I like that a lot. So I've been pretty busy with crocheting in the last week. I made one of my friends from Canada a bookmarker. And I didn't have a pattern, and I just started making a bookmarker. And it started with an alternative circle, and I worked in the round. And then after I made that for about maybe like 3 rounds, I decided to work in rows. And I did a new pattern called Popcorn Dance Pattern. And I got that from my crochet book. It's called Teach Yourself Visually Crochet. I got that over at Michael's craft store. And the popcorn dance pattern is V-stitch and then popcorn stitch, and then it just repeats for as many rows as you want. And then I did a little edging on the top where the circle was, and when I was done, it looked like a doll, and it was so cute. It looked like a little girl doll wearing a dress, and the edging, I think it's pronounced Picot Edging, it ended up looking like, that edging looked like hair. It was really cute. The edging is, I believe it's chain of 3, and then you put your hook in the first chain. So it looked real cute. And then I ended up doing the edging all along the whole bookmarker. And I thought that would be a really cute video to make a doll bookmarker. So I will be making that. That will be coming up soon on Tiffany's Crafts, and a tutorial on how to make a doll bookmarker. I also made a hat for a birthday gift for one of my relatives, and it was light pink, and it was kind of like a beanie hat, and it fit tight, kind of like how this hat does. But the brim was made out of the popcorn dance pattern, and I only needed to do one round for that. Usually when I make a brim, I will have several rounds for the brim, but this was more like an edging, but it was large enough that it would fit, and big enough and wide enough as a brim, just for one round. And so I liked that, and I was really pleased. And the V-stitching made it so that it would stretch really well when my relative put the hat on her head. So it looks like roses because of the popcorn stitching. And I thought I should make myself a hat. Well, it's been a while since I've made myself a hat. And so I decided to make a hat with that popcorn dance pattern. And I wanted a red hat. So I found a real nice red thread, and it's called I Love This Yarn. It's from Hobby Lobby. It's red metallic. So I thought that I would use that for the top part of the hat. In the middle, I would use wool. And at the end, I would use the popcorn dance pattern. So I started on the hat, and I'm about this far. So I've only worked on it for one evening. I'm about 7 rounds in. And I've already switched over from the metallic red to the red wool. This material, the metallic, is made out of acrylic, and then when I switched over to the wool, because I wanted part of the hat to be wool. So I'm very pleased so far with the way it's looking. And it's also a good pattern for make coaster if you wanted something smaller. And so I'm going to be making a video, a tutorial on how to make this hat. And that's going to be on Tiffany's Crafts. I also have a similar hat that I've made that I've posted on Tiffany's Crafts, and that's how to make a hat that's similar to a Tammy. It's a beanie, but it's a little bit wider right in here, and a little bit bulkier, and it drapes, and it's very pretty. It's done in a double crochet, and I seem to make a lot of hats with that pattern. The pattern works really well. And with this hat that I'm making, the pattern came from my book, Teach Yourself Visually Crochet, and it talks about how to make it into a complete circle. And so I teach on there how to do that and how to keep your stitches from leaning. I'm also working on the scarf a little bit, and that's kind of a slow process because I've been making all these bookmarkers and hats. And the scarf is going very well, and it's about that big. We're making the wingspan right now. So I'll post that video too. I'm making that currently right now. So we've got a lot of tutorial videos to look forward to seeing. And I went on Facebook and I typed in local craft shows for my area. I was surprised to see how many craft shows are in the next month. I ended up printing out 12 pages worth of craft shows in my area. So I'm hoping to go to a few of those, and I'll be making additional episodes of when I go to those, and it should be fun. I'm hoping to see some Christmas decorations at those craft shows, or maybe fall things. So thank you for watching, and have a lovely day.